There's a lot of contract manufacturing molding operations in medical device that can do very specifically one thing good or two things good, maybe even great. But when you're trying to integrate a manufacturing process and you're trying to come up with solutions that you're not handing the device off to another step in the process, which drives your cost. Medbio is very creative. They come up with ways to try to help us and any other customer that I'd recommend they use, help you find ways to keep your COGS down and keep your product close to home.
We can really impart our lessons learned, our secret sauces, where we drive that cost effectiveness into the product, which ultimately allows it to be commercialized and sold.
So as a clinical nurse specialist, you are the clinical expert for the areas that you cover, and I was covering all of critical care at Corewell Health at the time. And so one of the projects that I was charged with was eliminating catheter-associated urinary tract infections. And to eliminate those, you have to get the indwelling urinary catheters out. As we were taking the urinary catheters out, we realized that females did not have an alternative to that. So they had to urinate all over themselves, which creates a loss of dignity and comfort and even pain at times. Well, I submitted the idea for this external female urinary collection device back in 2014. Didn't seem quite fair to have all of these alternatives for males and not have nothing for females.
It was easy to see the implication that this could have and the benefits it could have in women's health. And we knew that catheter-associated urinary tract infections are a huge problem in the healthcare systems in the U.S., worldwide, but especially targeting the U.S. markets.
Not only does it impact patient dignity and comfort and also nursing efficiency and workload, but also can cause penalization and non-reimbursement for hospital systems for the catheter-associated urinary tract infections.
Obviously, healthcare costs are always going up, and there's pressures to manage those costs. So, our DFM side and our engineering up front really looks at those things in great detail and comes up with a variety of suggestions and ways that we feel we can optimize the process to ultimately manage that cost for them. And that's where we're really focused on a linear flow to make this all-in-one single-piece flow to really optimize that process.
So this is a two-piece design, and this ring is assembled to the body. It adheres to the body. Well, in design phase one, this was flat down on the flange. So there was no way for the caregiver to get their finger access behind the device to snap it or to take it off. With the new design iterations, we put two opposing pull tabs in so that you can peel the device away while maintaining no force on the skin or body contact side. That was one of the big design changes.
We evaluated different materials for durometer, texturing, where we could get release agents in the tool to really make that manufacturing component efficient and effective. In tailoring that texturing surface, it gave us a release of the part in the tool, but yet preserve the area where it needed the PSA to attach to the patient.
We're a small startup, so we don't have any extra engineering skills on our team and resources, so we can tap into Medbio's engineering and Medbio's development for the manufacturing process and for creative ideas on how to try to bring your product to market with a domestic supply base. So it was 100% of the reason we stayed here is because Medbio gave us the solutions we needed to find the right pricing.
We analyzed how the tool's built. We looked at, being a rather thick-walled part, how do we manage temperature? How do we manage the integrity of what the part is, and yet still get an optimized manufacturing process? So through that, there was some iterations of cooling and molding. Through our R&T process, we're really documenting and planning of molding. It's definitely a systematic process that we use. So here at Medbio, we have a group of engineers and really what gets us going is solving those challenging problems. You know, it really gets the internal juices flowing and the excitement brewing is when we can take something that someone else potentially couldn't do and we can turn it into something that's manufacturing and it's a viable product for our customer.
Putting our final product in the box and placing an inventory position at our warehouse, it's pretty rewarding. We've worked diligently and very persistently over the last 4 years to get to this day, and in the end, Medbio helped us get a product that's in our shelf ready to deliver to our customers.
Ultimately, patient care is what we do, and this is just another level that we can assist a different patient with care and improve quality of life.